Hi, I'm Jen. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time. And I do have this YouTube channel, and it's got an Instagram page and a Facebook page, and a Twitter, an X, and now a Bluesky account as well, all associated with it. I will link them down in the description. You should go check them out. I do warn you that I don't exactly keep them all up to date, but I'm trying. I got them all because they said that if you have a YouTube channel, you should have all of these other accounts. But I also have personal accounts on social media, and I have more than one email address. And I've got this iPhone that I am recording on right now. And I have an iPad, and I have a laptop, and I have cloud storage accounts with about 1 million very badly sorted photos and documents and other associated flotsam and jetsam. Most people have at least one social media account and an email account, maybe, but you've also accumulated a lot of digital assets, a lot of data that you're saving because it's important to you or it's important to the government, it's important to somebody, and you're saving it. But what happens to all of that digital real estate that we own and think is so important? What happens to it when we die? Now, the stuff that I have out there on the internet, in the cloud, or saved on my laptop and in the storage of my phone and my iPad, and who knows where else I have all of my digital assets. Oh, heck, my YouTube account. I have some videos that are quite important to me. All of these, they're important to me, but I'm single and likely to remain so. So, do I leave all of this important stuff to my nieces? How would they access that? Do they even want it? Do I leave them passwords in my will? Do I leave, the password to my Microsoft account? How the heck does all of this get handled? Well, I went and checked into it. For Google, and by extension YouTube, because YouTube is a Google property, there's an inactive account manager that shares your data with somebody that you have designated if it notices that you've stopped using your account. When setting this all up with Google, you have to decide how long Google should wait. From 3 to 18 months are the limits that Google has placed before Google can decide that your account is inactive, and it will then notify up to 10 people that you designate. You can write a message informing them that you've stopped using the account and optionally include a link to download data. And you can choose what types of data that you will allow your designate to access. It could be pictures or just videos or all of it. Google also provides an option to automatically delete your account after X number of months of inactivity. So your contacts will have to download any data that they want before that deadline. If you're worried about your AdSense revenue from YouTube, many creators have monetized their profiles. So for my nieces, dealing with my account after I die isn't just about closing down my profile. I have money coming in from my videos, and I've got my videos. So what happens to that money that's accumulated plus any future profits or revenue from the channel? Well, because AdSense is just a financial program and it does not know that I'm dead, the system will continue to make payments using the payment information in the AdSense account. So my chosen contact will have to know the AdSense username and password and the answers to the challenge questions, or they will have to be in contact with Google and AdSense in order to make arrangements for the account and for the revenue from the account. This is definitely something to discuss with your designate before you kick the bucket. For Apple, iPhone lets you nominate a legacy contact who can access your account after you die. It's a secure way to give a trusted person or people access to your photos, to your files, to your emails, whatever. To set it up, you'll need an Apple device, either an iPhone, an iPad, or a MacBook with a fairly recent operating system installed on it. For iPhone, go to Settings, tap Sign In and Security, and then Legacy Contact. You can name one or more people, and they do not need an Apple device. You will have to share an access key with your contact. It can be a digital version sent electronically, or you can print a copy and save it as either a screenshot or a PDF. It's great to send a digital copy, but I think that I'll be printing off a PDF and I will just enclose it with my will. Some types of files you won't be able to pass on, including digital rights protected music, movies, and passwords stored in Apple's password manager. And your legacy contact can only access your account for 3 years before Apple deletes it. I'm going to include links to all of this information for all of the different social media accounts that I'm talking about today. I'll put it all down in the description so you don't have to pause and scramble to try and follow the directions. For Facebook and Instagram, they're both owned by the same company, Meta. Or Meta? No, it's Meta. Both of these platforms can preserve accounts for people who have died so that friends and family can honor their memories. When users of Facebook or Instagram die, Meta can memorialize the account if it gets a valid request from a friend or family member. And any friend or family member can submit the request to memorialize the account by filling out a form online. Meta also strongly recommends that you designate a legacy contact to look after your main profile after you die. To add a legacy contact for your main profile in Facebook, click on your profile picture in the top right-hand corner of Facebook. Select Settings and Privacy, and then Settings. Click Account Center. Click Personal Details, and then Account Ownership and Control. Click Memorialization, and then select your main account. Type a friend's name into the text box, and then click on their profile picture. They do have to have a Facebook account. Then click Save, and you can choose whether to send them a notification that you've designated them as your legacy contact, or you can just click Skip and they'll never know until they're notified by Facebook. My dad has designated me as his legacy contact on Facebook. It'll let me respond to new friend requests and update pinned posts, but I won't be able to read private messages or remove or alter previous posts. You can only choose one person to be the legacy contact for Facebook, and as I said, they do have to have a Facebook account. You can also ask Meta to delete a Facebook or Instagram account if you're a close friend or family member. You will just have to provide them with a copy of the death certificate. For TikTok, if a person has died, people can submit a request to memorialize the account through the Settings menu. Go to the Report a Problem section, then Account and Profile, then Manage Account, and that's where you can report a deceased user. Once the TikTok account has been memorialized, it will be labeled Remembering. No one will be able to log into the account, which prevents anyone from editing the profile or using the account to post new messages or content. On Twitter, or X, it's not possible to nominate a legacy contact, but family members or an authorized person can submit a request to deactivate the user's account. Now, for Microsoft. For all Microsoft accounts. Microsoft does not currently, as of 2024, have a legacy contact option for any of its products. Microsoft must first be formally served with a valid subpoena or court order to consider whether it's lawfully able to release a deceased user's information regarding personal email account. This includes all of the email accounts that Microsoft operates. So Outlook.com, Hotmail.com, Live.com, and MSN.com, I think. This includes OneDrive storage as well, and any other aspect of their Microsoft account. And Microsoft says that they will not respond to email or faxed requests regarding a deceased person's account. It has to be through a subpoena or a court order. So in a nutshell, for Microsoft accounts, if your chosen contact or executor does not know your Microsoft credentials, meaning your username and your password, and they don't go through this subpoena court order process, your Microsoft account will be automatically closed after 2 years of inactivity. So really, for Microsoft accounts, if you have something in your OneDrive or in your Microsoft email that you want family or friends to have access to, you will have to give them the account password or they're going to need a court order. So in that case, a password manager may come in handy. Password managers are like digital vaults that you can use to store all of your credentials. Some of them allow you to nominate one or more people who are trusted contacts to access their keys in the event of an emergency or death. The catch is that those contacts will also have to be using the same kind of password manager, and you may have to pay for the service. So, time for Jen to start cleaning up her digital footprint right now, especially my Microsoft stuff, and decide what I would like to preserve, what I would like to pass on, and what would be okay for the social media company to delete after 2 to 3 years of inactivity. I know that not all of my photos and videos and documents that are important to me now are going to be necessary to hand off to family or friends later. But I do know that there are some, and I don't want to make their lives more difficult in trying to retrieve them at what I hope is a very sad and difficult time for them. As always, leave me a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next week.